Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars stream, week 75, day 1. So today, for Guild Wars, we got ourselves Blue Day, and as you guys saw yesterday, we will be testing out Basilisk. Basilisk was a new event troop that came out in the event key drop table. It's available this week only, and then it won't be available for about a month, but yeah, we're going to be messing around with it. Specifically, this team right over here. Where's my Blue Guild War? Right here. So we're going to be going with Rope Dart, Apothecary, Basilisk, and the Grey King. And we're going to see how this works out. We're using it with Titan. I'm actually going to consider using it with Enrage. I know we tested it almost entirely with Explosion, but I kind of do want to go the Enrage route. I guess it would kind of depend on the battle. But I think we are going to go for the Enrage just to make sure we can better secure the hit. Whenever we end up doing our hero. Rope Dart into hero with an Enrage should be able to kill pretty much everything. So for that reason, we will be rolling down that route. Other than that, I believe we do need to go and tweak our... well, I guess it depends. We definitely want to run at least with 20% mana start, though, that's for sure. What the other two are kind of depends on what we're up against. So we'll just have to wait and see. Though magic is generally going to be the best thing in this particular situation. So let's see what we're up against. So a really heavy freeze team. Theoretically, having cleanse for that would be good, but of course we have Apothecary, so we kind of already have cleanse in a way, so we should be fine. And would an Enraged Skull actually kill? If it's not, then we should probably just go down the Explosion route, but I think it will, because we get the base damage 57. Honestly, even without the Enrage, we would end up getting the kill in most of these situations. The only one we wouldn't get the kill on without Enrage is Hero, which is not really running anything too intimidating hero class-wise. What even would be the biggest threat on that team? I guess you had to go for the Skady and then Hero, or Hero then Skady. Those are the two biggest threats. Given how blocked Skady is, it probably wouldn't be too big a deal, so probably the Hero first. And with the Enrage, that would be within a pretty easy kill range. I don't know, we might just go the Explosion route, actually. Keep with the Explosion, shouldn't be that big a deal. Nothing else, we get more mana accumulation off it. It also helps cycle the board a little bit. And we're only missing one color. I believe red is the only color we are actually not using on this team. So we should be fine. Okay, any other tweaks we need? Don't believe so. It is Blue Guild War. We are second in command too. We didn't get Paragon, but we're pretty much up there. As far as points, I believe we're actually up against first place right now, as far as score-wise right now. So we seem to be holding okay. Let's see, how many total battles is that though? Yeah, we're a little behind then. So if we were to get 9 more battles, that would bring us to... Actually, no, we're not that far behind. Yeah, we are still behind though. We're about 10,000 behind. Point-wise, based on those numbers right there. They were about 10,000 behind. Because even once we get our battles in, that's about the point difference right there. The point difference would put us about right over here. Man, anyways. Let's go see how things go. Anything else we need to tweak? Don't believe so. Should be good to go. For the 100th time, checking that as a blue day. But yeah, let's go test out this Basilisk. First time running it for a natural Guild Wars. Of course, we were testing it a bunch yesterday, but yet have we actually ran it. So I have a couple different ways that we can go for this. We'll probably go for the way that gives us a skull. I do want to double check though, red to blue. Just trying to make sure it's not too intimidating, whatever ends up getting. So it gets a little bit of value there, but again, only a little bit, so shouldn't be that bad. Ideally here, we could actually deny him out just to give him even less value, which I'm actually tempted to do even though we don't need the red. But it'll make it so he doesn't get any value from the convert, so we're actually going to go for that. He doesn't need to go for the convert, and as I mentioned, gets no value from it, so we'll go for that. Do lose our turn, but we get pretty much everything we need to roll from here. We are frozen on Rope Dart, so we can go for an Apothecary right here to get rid of that, which we're probably going to do that on the purple here, just to get that off, get all of our mana right back up, and pretty much be good to go. We can go for a free Rope Dart here, which feels very tempting, especially since we can throw in blue for a full AoE to pretty much kill him out. So move that over, probably go for blue and get a skull out of it as well. Seems like the way to go. The skull kind of loses most of its value though. But we get a full disable on that, so we will go for that. Take the other brown here. Actually, it might be better to convert it out. What does that leave us with? Actually, gotta take it. See where that leaves us. So right here, we could go for another blue, and I believe that's enough damage to kill, and it is, and he's dead. Win. There we go. 1 down, 4 to go. See how it scores. And we're almost rank 1 PvP. Actually, weren't we already, and we just got down, probably from PvP battles? Probably. So here we got a Divinish Ball Aquilin team. Pretty common with a Rope Dart thingy. Probably the most common way that you run Divines. He does have Stealthy, or he should. He's using Hero class that has it, so I assume he has it on. Yes, he does. So we are going to have to worry about that. However, one nice cast on yellow and we're pretty much good to go, so we should be fine. So let's go do that. So hello, everyone. Hope all of you have been doing well. Hello, John. Hello, DeCreo. Hello, Analyst. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Balmy. Hello, Karsten. Hello, Birdleaf. Hello, Haley. Hello, Defiant. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hope all has been well. Let's see. Farce Troll, Gob Truffle, Bronzoc Pistol, and Mirage Queen. That sounds like it would definitely end up working. It is pure blue, after all. Oh, Delve Team, yes. Bringing it into Guild Wars, it would function for Guild Wars. I've never actually tested in Guild Wars, so I'm not sure exactly how it would score. As long as you're not up against freeze, I don't think it would be too bad. However, there's a lot of freeze in Guild Wars you gotta watch out for. So we got Basilisk. We have this. We can actually Rope Dart into this then. Only problem now is he has Bless, but I guess that doesn't matter because we could just drag anything to first. So what do we want to kill? Or disable? I feel like I aim for... Oh, I can't aim for Rope Dart. I was going to say Rope Dart, but yeah, we can't. We're about to get an Apothecary cast. We could do that onto yellow. The only problem with denying yellow, though, is we won't have it to be able to use for anything. Wait, don't you get 3 green destroys on that? Or is it remove? Hold up. I thought you get to destroy 3 green. Oh, no, it's 3 red. Why do I always think it was 3 green? Let's see. We still got a green here. Only problem is Divinish Bala is going to get decent value. I have no way of completely denying everything. We do have enough to kill it right now, though, so we might just have to. I think that's the safest bet. Even though we don't get any of the 2x multipliers, it's still enough true damage to kill. And I didn't want to give him that move that we just took, which apparently would have chained into that as well. Which would not have been good to give it to it. So right here, we're probably just going to do it on the Quillen. However, I can also do it on the Bunny. I think I'm actually going to go aim for the Bunny. Just because he's going to be entangled anyway, so it's fine if that thing's going to get a cast off, which it shouldn't, but if it does, it shouldn't be that big a deal. So now we can go do this onto purple. Bunny has full mana, the thing does not. Do we even commit to the Bunny? I don't think we need to kill it. 1 HP! Well then, weird situation. But we have enough to kill both of those two, so we're just going to go for it then. He is going to get a skull on us, but it's on barrier, so it doesn't really matter. That's enough true damage to kill through. We'll probably do this onto blue or something. And go from there. We could also do it on yellow, but well, either way, it's going to be going the same thing. And he's got to be disabled regardless. I'm going to do it on blue, though. So we'll do that. Got a Rope Dart down. And now anything kills him. There we go. Weird battle. Came through, though. Hello, Jotaro. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Cinnamon. Welcome. And hello, F. Scally. Welcome. Oh, it's just Alfie? Okay. Hello, Alfie. Yeah, I know. I keep butchering your name. Every which way. Okay. What do we need here? We'll take purple. We'll grab... Oh, we're entangled. Do we just get Apothecary early? I feel like we do, especially since he's going to convert out green to purple, right? No, to skulls. That's not intimidating, so that's fine. Let him do that. So he gets 1 poke. Oh, wait, never mind. He gets triple damage on that. Whoops. Forgot. But we should be fine. We are going to have to deny out the green, though. But if anything, that's almost a good thing, just so he doesn't get that off for value. So what do we do now? Got to figure out what we want to kill. We can go kill out Life and Death, which seems kind of good to do right about now. Life and Death always annoying. 1 damage short. Again! 2nd time now. Do we have any good full AoE here that we could do? Purple hits 2. Brown hits 2. Brown hits the more annoying 2, though. Plus we still get a skull. Though I can also just simply secure a kill. Oh, wait, we can take that. Then just secure the kill with Basilisk. And go from there. Okay, so we can get a Basilisk kill then. And then I'm convert because it's going to do nothing. Actually, he's going to go for skull. Which, again, will also do nothing. Let's see. That will just keep taking so many extra turns that he just dies. That works too. What do I want to target? At this point, we could double target with red. Gotta kill this so it doesn't get a cast. What else do we get here? The endless turn. Seemingly endless. So I can secure a kill. And then we could disable it. I was trying to see if there's any way we could do really good with this. We could target blue, but then it does nothing, but we score the extra turn on a color that we don't really need, though. So probably not worth it. It's to secure the kill on the biggest threat. And then worry about that thing. Alright, so now we just need to make sure hero doesn't die. Is there any way we could take guarantee brown? I don't see it. Trying to see if we could like take out some kind of color to get brown. So our next best bet is probably just to remove purple then. And hope we get lucky cascade. Nope, not quite. And that's not enough to kill, but very close. Let's take a green for now. Hopefully get some kind of big convert over there and then it's just dead. Or that works too, dead. There we go. Works for me. Probably should have casted one more apothecary first just to gain more mana there. I think it would have helped our score a little bit. But two more. Another Divinish Ball Aquilin Rope Dart team. Same premise as the other one. Let's see. We'll take that over for now. I'll grab Rope Dart onto... What do we even need here? Well, ideally we would want to hit on Rope Dart if he doesn't have Stealthy, but he probably has Stealthy, which he does. So next best bet is probably to aim for Divinish Bala just so we don't have to deal with it. Wait, what's Quillen's thing again? Yeah, extra magic. You know what? Let's actually go for Quillen first. So he doesn't get any extra value there. We also ideally want to try to find a green, but it doesn't seem like we have an easy way to do that, so we'll just go for that. He unfortunately gets extra turn there. Quite a bit of value as well. We're just going to have to go for this and go from there. Get a good apothecary. Hope he doesn't get too much value here. He might. Come on, don't kill all the way. No! Oh, that's really bad. He got a good skull spam in. That is Divinish Ball Quillen. That's actually really problematic. Okay, he left us a bunch of colors we don't need. Trying to figure out what order we kind of need to take these in. So I have enough to get a kill. But that's not going to get us too far. I almost feel like doing this on Divinish Bala just so we can get both of them killed off of yellow. On the follow-up attack. What's Divinish Bala's current cast? Is there any way to stop it from extra turning? No. Yes. This yellow to the right. However, there's a good chance he's just going to cascade something else. So I'd rather just go for this, let him do his thing. Get a lot of value. Nope, he's going to kill it all the way. No! Divine Shbala got us that time. And now we're up against the Infinite Toad team. This one's pretty annoying without freeze. However, if we get a secure kill quickly enough, it shouldn't even matter. Okay, so right off the bat, what do we want here? We're going to want to take... he's even using it with Frost Mage, interesting. Normally you do that with the Goblin thing so it gets more gem spawn. But of course Frost Mage for the freeze. So we'll let him get Skull distracted. And now we just need a single green. And we can take this over here. Just trying to see if there's any kind of special way we want to take it. I think we just want to take it normally. And then get a good Apothecary. And as long as we land alignment on Apothecary, we should be fine. Which you just ruined right there. Let's see. So we can't do it on purple either, so we'll stick this for now. We can now do it on green. And then we should be able to get rolling to win. So we'll do that. Take a purple. Throw our Rope Dart on whatever seems the most intimidating, which is probably his hero with Frost Mage. We can then target something like green. Is there anything we want to kill out? We can kill out Truffle immediately right now. But given that it uses green, I kind of don't want to aim for Truffle. I wish that thing was stunned. Because that feels like the one I actually want to go and get rid of. Given that he's about to get mana, That's not gonna matter. We're gonna kill out. I'm actually gonna kill out hero here just to play it safe. So we're gonna do that. We're then gonna do this onto green, which gives us everything we need for apothecary. We then cast the apothecary, and should be good to go. So we'll do it on purple. Take the skull. Probably just kill it with normal skull damage. Rope dart's enough to kill the thing. However, we could just double kill them. So it's probably better to just do it with a skull and then just double kill them off of green. What's our move here? I think we take this and try for Sky Skull. Didn't get it. So we do still have a skull on both sides. Not sure if we actually want it though. So I'm just going to take brown here and leave the skull up deliberately so we can skull distract. Though we might actually have to go take it now. So maybe I shouldn't have left it up. Let's see. If I can go rope dart and then just kill 1 and 1. He's going to hit us though. If I leave that skull there, but I think it's fine. Oh, and I give it red. Oh, and we didn't get enough mana. Gosh, how many bad things want to happen in a row? And he gets silenced. All the things. Let's see. Okay, I'll go for skull this time. I learned my lesson that time. Fine, we'll kill him with normal damage. Kill that out. And now we just have to poke him with a skull and we win. Let's see. The fact that he's about to gain more mana, though, is a little annoying because he's going to get some points back from it. Or not really points back, but points reducted from us. There we go. Well, that should be about 7,900, which for 1 loss isn't too bad. Let's see. Yep, exactly so. Or pretty much, 10 off. So yeah, that would have been pretty much a 9,400 then, if we went 0 loss. Which I'm perfectly fine with on a blue day. Though we did end up losing once to a Divine Balaquilin. Skull spam. That's the final points. Not too bad. I'll take it. How's the guild doing? Yeah, a lot of single losses. Still a decent amount of 5-0s though. Everyone around me did the 5-0s. Different score though. Gosh, look at how big a difference that is. 9,500 compared to 9,276. Okay, but anyways. So that's that for Guild Wars. So overall, Basilisk team, I do really love it actually. I find it to be a lot of fun. As far as if we're still going to be using it, I'm probably going to say yes for Blue Guild War. It's very similar to what I was actually using prior to, but more centered around Basilisk. So we're going to be probably holding on to it for a little while for Blue Guild War, at least until we get better options. Blue Guild War has always been one of those days I have not cared for compared to any color. I feel like it has some of the weakest options, even though there's some really good pure blue teams. Like, of course, Farce Troll into Truffle and all that. But overall, I've never really cared for Blue Guild War. But this team does seem to be decent for it. And the only thing we really lost to was a Skull Spam, which was the same thing that we were lost to when we were practicing with it earlier. Pretty much just the Skull Spam teams. And the main reason for that is we have no Skull Reduction or Skull Dodge on the team. Theoretically, Barrier can some, but Barrier is really ineffective against Skull Spam compared to other mechanics that exist within the game. I honestly don't mind green too much, mostly because of Wild Queen and Web Spinner. Let's see. You just got 200 seals or 2,000 seals. Then you collected your mail for extra seals. Always useful to get it done early in the week. Yes, on a Guild War week, you should get it done very early in the week in case you win any Guild War days. One interesting thing with Guild War week is if your guild wins and gets some extra seals, I believe it's 50 when you win, those 50 seals count towards your 2,000 for the week. However, if you get it after the fact, you still get the seals, and because you already hit your 2,000, and it won't conflict with your score. So yes, it is a good idea by the end of today, if you can, to reach and claim as well. You need to also claim it. 2,000 seals for the week. And the main reason for this is if you happen to win on a Guild War day, this will make it so you get an additional 50 seals. If you have not claimed your 20 or your 2,000 for the day yet, and you or for the week yet, and you end up getting a win in Guild Wars, or you know, an overall win as far as your guild for a given day, you will completely lose the 50 seal reward because it counts towards your total that you would have gotten anyways for the 2,000. So you definitely want to make sure you get 2,000 seals before the end of today then, if your guild's going to win tomorrow, or you know, today into tomorrow. And I actually would need to go do that then. We're actually a little bit short from reaching 2,000. Well, I'll probably get it between doing delves, doing our dailies, and all that normal stuff. Do the daily login seals work the same way? I actually forget if it does or not. I don't think it does, but I'm actually not 100% sure. I know for sure the Guild War ones works that way, though. But yeah, I guess technically your daily ones would. At least how else would they work then? Yeah, they should be the same. At least how else would it work? Yeah, I know 100% the Guild War does. I'm pretty sure the daily one works the same way too. Where theoretically you'd want to have 2,000 on the very first day if you want to maximize the points. However, you lose a lot more from Guild Wars than you do from the daily. Because the most the daily one gives you, I believe, is 19. Whereas each Guild War win can give you 50. Yeah, technically you could just not claim it, the Guild War one, until you hit your 2,000. You can technically do the same with your daily, but it lasts a lot shorter duration. You could just not claim it and wait till you get 2,000, and then claim it after you get your 2,000. Because the one you get daily only lasts for a day, and the Guild War one lasts for a week. Oh, sorry, what was your question? Is it true you should avoid using the color of the day in a defend team because of giving the opponent more points when winning? I do not believe that's a thing. I'm pretty sure your defend team color has no effect on the amount of points that you give to the enemy. I've never heard of that before. But I've never seen anything that would hint at that. But no, the color of your team that you're using on defend should have no effect on the points of the opposing team. Even if they were all the same troop, it theoretically would have no effect on the points of the opposing team. It would affect you, but it wouldn't affect the enemy. It doesn't matter what your defend team is. It shouldn't give, or it shouldn't have any effect on the actual, like what your team is set as directly does not have any effect on the actual score that the enemy gets. The only thing that has effect is how much mana it accumulates, how quickly it wins, how much damage you get, stuff like that. Or, you know, if you even get to kill the enemy team out. But the actual team you set directly has no effect on it. Like, you could set 3 of the same troop or 4 of the same troop, and while you will personally be penalized in points for doing this, the enemy will have a much harder battle. Or, you know, if you were using, like, double truffle or something, they would have a much harder battle, but only you would take the negative brunt of it. They would just have to deal with the harderness of it. But no, it wouldn't have any effect on points in that regard. At least not directly. Like how to make sure you have unique defend teams. Like that directly affects it. But oh gosh, we didn't get a single win with our life and death today. Though we killed through the life and death pretty easily ourselves today too. I think people are just getting a lot better at killing life and death since it's been around so long. The same thing kind of happened with the dwarf team on Red Guild War Day. Almost no one runs dwarf on Red Guild War anymore because everyone got so used to how to counter it. And I feel like life and death is starting to reach that point where people have been playing against it so much because everyone keeps spamming it. That's actually increasingly getting worse. Not because the team is any worse, but just because people are getting better at hard countering it in a given battle. And like the strategy that you have to go through in a battle to kill it. It's kind of funny. Anyways, what were we doing? Did we finish out dungeons? Yes. So we did that, Okay. Faction. What are we running for faction? We can run Truffle. We can run We can run Truffle, we can run Rowan. Honestly, I'm almost leaning towards a Rowan build. Even though I showed Truffle for the thingy. Just to get some quick kills. Let's go build a Rowan build. Let's see, what would we need for a Rowan build here? Also, that's what I ran Pure Faction with a while back. Let's see, or not Pure Faction, I mean, that's what I ran up to 500 with. But let's go clear out this team. Okay, so we want a Rowan. We want a, we're allowed to use any weapon, so we'll figure out what that is in a second. Let's get a Mirage Queen. What else do we need? That fits on blue. Oh yeah, duh. We can just run the full team. Forest Troll. Oh no, not that team. Wrong team. But what else can we do? We don't need Forest Troll for that. We have red too. We can go for the other Leprechaun. The Harpy Mage. And then the only other thing we need is Hero with whatever. And I guess we'll just do Mountain. Because I'd rather double cast it than deal with Earthscale Shield. I think we're good with that then. And that'll be our team. Alright, and let's just run this with a +2 blue, +1 green of some sort. Problem is all the minuses. This is what you normally run with it. We're not running a Leprechaun, so I guess we could just run, well, ideally would want to run double into one. We'd always technically minus Mountain Crusher. It's because the more important part is getting Harpy up, not the Mountain Crusher. Or we could just double into one. Let's just double into blue. Actually, let me check though. What's under minus purple? In case something interesting is there. Not really. Unless we want to go +2 brown, +1 blue. Which I guess isn't horrible. It's the only color we're missing, right? Yes. Oh, why not? Isn't that the same banner we just started with? I just went through starting with a certain banner and cycled all the way back to it. Oh, the only problem with this is not having mana start at start, though. Oh, I don't have enchant. Whoops. So we actually do. Forgot to go get enchant. Let me go do that. Let me go get enchants. Can't forget the enchants. Saves like a solid like 10-20 minutes. Just having enchant for it. Oh, yesterday was your birthday? You turned 41. Congrats, John. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hope the birthday went well. Yeah, Tesla would work pretty good. Rowan and Tesla work out pretty similarly. Just giving them a half mana start and just get their mana quickly off of something. Well, we can still one-shot Tesla. I'm probably going to stick with Tesla. I mean, with Rowan. Worst comes to worst, we can always go double Rowan instead of a mana accumulator there. Since you have Essence of Evil, is there a good way to get Leaf Storm and use it with the team and still barrier on brown? So yeah, you wouldn't be able to do Hero then. Or, you know, you'd have to have Hero with barrier on brown. You wouldn't be able to get Storm off a Hero. Trying to think of a troop that does it well. There's some weapons that can Green Storm. Oh wait, never mind, duh. If you're using Essence of Evil, you couldn't then. Trying to think of something that has a consistent Green Storm then that you can cast. Because you wouldn't want just one at the start of battle, because that wouldn't last long enough. Like, for example, something like, I should forget his name already now. Something like, we were just up against him earlier too. That one Goblin that has Silence and is blue, green, purple and has a bunch of explosions. Like, that one could theoretically Green Storm, but it does it at start of battle, not off cast. Yeah, String Fiddler was the one I was just referring to. But he doesn't have it on cast. He only has that start, which won't last long enough, depending on the battle that you're doing. What do we even grab here? Let's get Explosion for now. Arnifix has it, but unless you're using it with something that has armor boost ratio, I feel like it's a little bit too slow of an option. Because you don't really get much value for casting her besides the Green Storm. Yeah, we don't have too many good Green Storms. Most of them are awful weapons. Most of the better Green Storms are awful weapons or at start of battle. Actually, it's probably the color missing the most amount of Storm. Because most colors have a really good option. Red has a really good option as Sunspear. Purple has Umberwolf. Blue has Jar of Eyes. As well as technically Skady, but blue Jar of Eyes is normally better overall value. Brown has Mountain Crusher normally. Though you can also use Harpy Mage and a couple other options. And what color did I not mention? And red has Infernus. Oh, and Sunspear. Wait, what color did I not mention? I definitely didn't mention the color. But yeah, green feels like it doesn't really have much. Oh, yellow. Yellow has what's his name? Sunspear. Or yeah, not Sunspear. The other Sunspear. The other Sun one from Suncrest. Wow, why can I not remember the Suncrest hero class name? Really? Why can I not remember his name? It's Stormcaller. Stormcaller. But yellow has Stormcaller. But yeah, green seems to be the one color that doesn't have too many options. Most of the better ones are awful weapons. I would say its overall best option, though you can't use Essence of Evil with it, of course, is Doomed Glaive. I feel like out of every Green Storm in the game, Doomed Glaive has the best Green Storm option for Perpetual Green Storm. But aside from that, I can't really think of something that's consistent enough. The String Fiddler is one of the best starting ones, if you want to do it with like an Essence of Evil or something. Because he's great mana accumulation as follow-up and a good disable. But it only lasts for 4 turns, so if you don't land extra turns, it's not going to last that long. And that's actually what I do whenever I'm farming Rowan. If you ever wonder why I always go to Zhejian, one of the main reasons is actually because of String Fiddler, and also because there's nothing annoying in the entirety of the kingdom as long as you don't get rolling. But String Fiddler has Green Storm at start, which works really well for Rowan. That's why when you see me Explore spamming, it's normally in Zhejian. If we're doing Explore 3. Been using Shaman of Set a lot. Is there any troop similar to him? Shaman of Set. Doesn't he create a bunch of... I'm trying to think of what Shaman that was. It's actually literally into stealth. Is that the one that creates the red? Or the skull spam? I need to go double check. It's one or the other. Shaman of Sets. Choose a color, create red equal to the number of gems of that color. Actually, surprisingly, no. Actually, there might be one other troop that is somewhat similar to this. I'm trying to think. I don't believe there is, though. There's some that are kind of like that, but not the same premise of what you're probably thinking of. It's not like there's one that gets to create brown based on one that you target, or blue, or something like that. But yeah, he might be the only one of his kind. There's a couple that are kind of like that. Like all the trolls are also kind of like that, where they get to double a certain color. And then more often not are actually going to create more color than he even gets to create. But yeah, I feel like the trolls are the closest thing. The 6 trolls that get to double something. Yeah, I don't think there is any that around that premise. The closest thing you have are the 6 trolls, which double a certain color, +3. We're also getting a mythic this Friday, which does it for literally any color. So theoretically, the closest thing to him is the new mythic coming out this Friday, which can basically do what he does for any color to a higher amount of gem accumulation. So the Mythic coming this Friday is basically the closest thing to this troop, oddly enough. Because it can choose any color, and then it ends up creating a double +3 of that color. Though it still is somewhat different, because this gets to use the highest gemmed thing on the board in order to create a certain color, which is a little bit different because you have to go to whatever color that is. Like, for example, if you target on brown and there's only like 5, it's barely going to do any. But you can't like use the 15 yellow on the board in order to get a bunch of brown. Like kind of like how this thing can. Like, even if there's only like 5 red on the board, you can still get like a 15 red spawn if there's like 15 brown or something on the board, or whatever other color. But yeah, I don't believe there is anything exactly like that. The closest thing is the trolls, but it's not exactly the same. Yeah, I wonder if they ever will add the other 5 colors of that. Be interesting if they do. It's actually a pretty useful troop. I don't feel like I would use it too often. It's very situational compared to trolls. But it's a lot more controlled compared to the trolls. Especially since you have backup options, because if you get hard countered on your color, it doesn't matter as much. Even though it still kind of matters. Because if a troll gets all of its color removed, you're kind of in a bad spot. If Shaman of Set gets all of its color removed, you don't have to worry as much because you just use whatever the highest color is and still get a decent amount of the mana that you actually need back onto the board. What do we go for here? I'll take blue for now. Defiant. Pretty sure most people already know what it is. Or maybe not most people. I haven't said it for a while on stream. I keep wanting to try casting Leprechaun, even though I don't have Leprechaun on this team. I'm just so used to using Leprechaun with Rowan. It's like the first thing, it's like, oh yeah, we need to go explode. It's like, oh wait, never mind, we have to wait a turn. It's kind of funny, because this troop is basically like a 1-turn delayed in power in this game mode. Because at 75% mana start, and with Enchant, it actually would have full mana by 2nd turn. So it's basically just an Empower that starts on the following turn, rather than on the very first turn. Another set down. Also, this is like one of the most straightforward paths in any delve in the entire game. You're pretty much forced to take the same path the entire time, till the very end. When you got Hiking Iron Gut, can you still use Essence of Evil, Truffle, and Troll? Which Troll, if so? You'd use Forest Troll then. You would still just use Forest Troll. Anytime you're using Truffle, you're going to be using Forest Troll. Because it's better to feed Truffle as mana back and let the browns leak into Hiking Iron Gut than it is to just feed a Hiking Iron Gut, because the Hiking Iron Gut doesn't get any mana accumulation follow-up, whereas Truffle does. Surprised we still have enough damage. That one magic coming into play. No, I was kidding. If anything, one armor would actually help us more. You like that metals? You'd love to get some guards for Wayne team. But it's a common level metal. Problematic. What do you mean? You can just simply get it as you get any other metal. You would just farm a bunch of Explorer. Explorer 12 is still the best way to get any metal. But if you're only looking for guards, you could easily farm it off Explorer 2 or 3. If you're just looking to quick kill them. But it's always best to farm any metal on Explorer 12. Just because of the amount of shard points that it ends up giving. Which allows you to get a lot more drops. Assuming you can actually take on Explorer 12. Otherwise, just keep spamming Explorer 2 or 3, whichever one you can one-shot. Or even Explorer 1 if you can't one-shot either of them yet. But most people kind of end up getting Explorer 2 one-shot. Even just picking up a Rowan and having a few Armor Kingdoms, I think is already enough damage to one-shot Explorer 2. If I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're finally not one-shotting anymore here. Which means we might need a double cast build soon. In which case we'd easily just go double Rowan if we really want to. The only concern would be mana accumulating for it. Yes. The chance of trying to use guards on Rowan is not worth it. Also, it wouldn't give her extra armor. No metal would give her extra armor. Using guards to try to get Rowan upgraded is probably not a good idea overall. But yeah, I would not advise you trying to use guards to try to get Rowan upgraded. The percent chance is going to be way too low. And it would still give her magic regardless of what metal you use for it. The first level of rare is honestly the furthest I would really go and try to use guards on. At the absolute furthest, I would say an ultra rare. But anything beyond that is way too far. Even ultra rares, I personally wouldn't use any guards on. Just because it would be a non-guaranteed chance for an upgrade. Can you not revive? There we go. But yeah, I would definitely upgrade every single comment in the game before you use your comments on anything that isn't a common or a rare. Also, it looks like we're about to gain a level as well. Very close. 49 more to go then. Also, we haven't been gaining much classic XP this week. Though we can't really do the quick PvP method since we have such a high PvP rating from Guild Wars. Or at least higher than normal. Because we already hit rank 1 and we're probably already top 10,000 or something. Okay, so it's still pretty low there. But since we reached rank 1, that already ruined it. Because the kind of battles we get here are normally going to be a lot higher. As I say that, we're actually getting still some decent low ones. But the chance of us getting a low one's a lot lower. We're going to see a lot of higher ones like these. Still possible for us to see low battles. But it takes a lot more repicks, as you can see, to actually get through them. Because currently we're within the rank 1 category, which places us with a lot of harder battles. Even though we can still get easier ones on occasion. No, there is no way to give additional stats. Metals do not give any additional stats other than whatever it says. The only stats that you can ever get for troop ball metaling it is whatever it says for its thing. For example, alchemists We can only ever give it HP and armor. There's no way to give a different stat regardless of what medals we use on it. But no, the stats that the medal has no effect on the stats that the troop gets while upgrading it. They have no correlation. It's just whatever the typing of the troop is determines what the stats are. And in the case of Verwain, it'll be 1 magic, then 2 magic, then 3 magic. There's no way to give it any bonus other than that when upgrading it with medals. This is what medals you use. The only thing that medals determine is a % chance that you will get that upgraded. And ideally you want to aim for 100% chance, which is normally a Arachnia, then 2 Arachnias, then either 3 Arachnias or 1 either 3 Arachnias or 1 Anu for the final upgrade. That's pretty much the only way that you end up doing it. Is there anything about the current laptop I have that I don't like? Sometimes overheating slightly. But I feel like that's just a universal laptop problem for the most part. But aside from that, can't really think of anything. Haven't really had any problems with it yet. Oh, so it's really weird because only one part of the laptop ever overheats. The top right part. I forget what part is actually over there. But it's the only part of it that ever gets, like, extremely warm. Let's see. Let's get that down. Yes, medal stack. You can set up to 3 medals, and every single medal in the entire game stacks, with the only exception being, what's it called? Medal of Anu. The one that gives you a % mana start at start of battle. That is the only medal in the entire game that does not stack with itself. It just takes the highest bonus. So if you have a 50% and a 20%, it will only do the 50%. If you have a 20% and a 5% and another 20%, it'll just do one single 20%. They don't stack, it just takes the highest number. But every other medal fully stacks with itself and other medals. So to maximize Rowain's damage, you would go 3 medals of guard for 24 additional damage. Or sorry, 24 additional armor, which is 48 additional damage. And while you normally use it with a half mana start, alternatively you could also go 20% mana start with a 16 armor. But more often than not, you run it with Mirage Queen, which gives you the 50% mana start, in which case you wouldn't need the 20% mana start. Which is why we normally run with pure armor. Can you use 2 more to stack and still only go bronze? Wait, what? If 1 seasons is 100% chance, and you use 2 more to stack, and still only go to bronze to max his stats. That would have no effect on the stats that you would give the troop, though. Whatever the upgrade is what the upgrade is. It doesn't matter what medals you use. It only determines the percent chance that you would get upgrade. So what you're trying to explain would do nothing. It would just waste the things and give you nothing. I'm not even sure if it even lets you do that. Because once it gets to 100%, I don't even think it lets you put any more thingies in. But even if it did, it wouldn't give any additional stat effect. It would just give you one magic. If you're assuming you're doing on the first bronze level. And no combination of tokens would give you anything other than one magic. The only time it would give you less than that is if it gives you nothing. From it not being a 100% chance. But assuming you have it at a 100% chance, the tokens that you use on it have absolutely no effect on the stat. It'll give you the 1 magic for bronze, then the 2 magic for silver, and then the 3 magic for gold on Rowan specifically. After Magic Kingdoms, what kingdom should you focus on leveling? It really depends on what you want to focus on as far as stats. I am probably going to go for... I'm leaning towards attack. Mostly because it would help... or mostly because attack is the next rarest stat. Magic is the rarest. Attack is the next rarest. And HP and armor is tied. So I'm probably going to go for all the attacks. Even though I don't use Iron Gut too much these days, it's still going to be good for various skull-related teams that like running skull spam and just in general for when we're up against defending, like in Guild Wars. Because when your team gets skull distracted, it'll make your skulls a little bit more potent. So I'm probably going to go for Attack Kingdoms next. I'm slightly inclined to go for Armor just because of how much I use Rowan these days. As well as also, of course, Tesla benefits from it. But I'm probably going to go for Attack next. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome. But you can pretty much justify going for anything after Magic. It really comes down to preference more so than anything. And what you plan on actually using a lot. And what you feel like you need more stats in. But I believe I will primarily be focusing attack. Or kingdoms that I already have upgraded because I did it for their other bonuses. Like, for example, I believe, what's it called? Merlantis, I already have it 14 stars. So I'll probably get it maxed for its 1 armor or whatever it is. Since it's already so close to max anyways. What do you do with these useless minor orbs of growth laying around? Minor orbs of growth. Aren't those the ones that give you souls? The best thing to use them on is when you're upgrading an epic or a legend for its final level. It's 19 to 20 level. It gains really good value when using it there. For the 20th level of a epic or a legend. That is where you would end up getting most of its value. It would save you, I believe, 800 souls for a epic final level, and 1,000 for a legend final level. Which is the most amount of value they can use it for, because you tend to use the major green on mythics, so you would never get to use the minor ones on it. But that's mostly what you would use it for. Theoretically, you could use it for the last 2 levels of a legend and epic. But I normally just use it on the really final one. Either way, it's pretty much just used to save a little bit of souls towards the last end of a higher rarity troop. But not so high rarity that's a mythic, because you would just throw the big green on it instead. Theoretically, if you have enough of them, you could even just throw big greens on legends and mythics. And then use your small ones for the final levels of epic and ultra rare. But it really just depends on how many you have. Relative to what you have and do not have upgraded. I feel like I have way so many that I could almost be using it for literally every leveling I ever do. Obviously, the very early battles you don't want to do it for, though, because they're worth so little. But you want to convert your greens, your small greens, into at minimum 500 souls. Anything above that, it's probably worth doing. Anything below that, probably not worth doing. So as long as you're getting at least 500 soul value for your small green, it's probably worth it. Whatever you're using it on. Because I have a lot of small greens. If I had to go check the number right now, it is, let's see, what's our number right now? No, it's high. We're at 175 small greens. So even if we converted each one of those into 500, what does that come out to? 175 times 100. 175 times 500. If we could convert them to a minimum of 500 plus each time, even if you just assume 500, that is 87,500 souls. Definitely adds up. That's enough to fully medal an entire troop. But putting it that way makes it seem like almost nothing. That still helps to save souls. And normally the way I use it is for about 1,000 soul value each time or so. Because I use on like the really later battles. Which is one of the reasons why I have so many, because I barely use them. Yeah, every single troop type has a different stat that it gains. Such as if they are mage roll, which is why I know Rowan gives magic. Or if they're this roll, I actually forget what it's called. I think it's called, I forget what it's called, but it gives 6 attack, 6 HP, and 6 armor? Yeah, 666. I know it gains 666. I believe it was everything but magic. I forget what it's called. Archmage? I'm not even sure. But that ends up getting 666 for everything but magic. This just gains 6 magic because it's mage. This is a support, so it gains a bunch of HP and armor. I forget the exact values. But every single roll gets a different stat, and there's no way to change what stat that is. And upgrading will always give that result when medaling it. You don't really have to worry about that till way later in the game. Am I going for a second Zugov? No. I am most likely not going for a second Zugov in case they add a second Zugov to the game. Because there's the potential that they add another troop that costs about as much or exactly as much as Zugov. That won't exactly be Zugov. So I'm holding out until that potentially happens. I kind of hope that doesn't happen, but in case it does, I want to make sure I have the orbs ready. Or at least some amount of orbs, you know, good to go. Just so we don't have to go as far out of our way when it does get into the game, if it ever does. Which reminds me, is the beta up yet? I didn't even check today. Come on, beta. Post already. It's already June. I still don't see it. No patch notes, no bug reports, no nothings. Yeah, patch notes aren't even posted. Not sure when they're getting around to it. Hopefully soon, TM. Actually, I didn't catch Salty's stream last night. Did Salty make any mention of it? Of, anything related to next patch? She never gave me more codes either. Oh no. I'll need to go and spam reminder on Wednesday then. Because I only have enough to last till like Saturday right now. Yeah, I'll need a spam reminder tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Maybe we'll even message her on Discord. As well as ask her, hey, when's the beta starting? Into purple you go. Speaking of crafting Zugov, orbs of power and even majors are a pain. Is there, is that where you want to get a better guild later? Actually, you can get a good majority of your orbs, oddly enough, from Vault events. Though being in a bit better guild can end up helping if your guild isn't already getting every single event done to completion. Because you get a major orb for every single main event. Like, for example, well, not this week because it's Guild War. But for something like Raid, you end up getting a major orb. if you complete out the event for raids, invasions, stuff like that. You end up getting it. And a lot of guild-related events basically have additional orbs that you can gain if your guild ends up completing out the entirety of the event. So it's generally good to be in a guild that can at least do that. Though a good majority of orbs, aside from that, can actually be accumulated just through vaults. If you grind heavily on a vault event weekend, you could theoretically get Zook off within like 3 months, just off of vault event weekends. Though you'd have to grind for absurd amount on every vault event weekend. The next one's on the 19th till the 22nd. Or should say till the 21st, because the 22nd would end by. These vault keys have a really high chance of doing orbs. And the major orb drop rate off of vault keys is surprisingly high. I feel like it's almost 1 in 10. What do we even grab here? Take that for now. Oh, so I never did switch out this team, did I? Oh no, you actually got a kill. That's actually problematic because now we don't have half mana start for the rest of this delve. Not like we have that much left for the delve, but still. Slows us down slightly for these last 2 battles. Where can you watch Salty stream? She streams on twitch.tv/infinity+2 with the 2 spelled out as TWO. That's why did I do that? I should have saved it. Oh, it's not that big a deal. We have Mountain Crusher. But yeah, she streams Gems of War every Monday. Only on Monday, though. She streams it Monday night after our stream. The only other day she streams is Wednesday, but she streams Puzzle Quest, which was the very first match 3 game that they ever made. I'm not sure if she's completed with it yet. That reminds me, I never did finish up Puzzle Quest on the channel, did I? For the 3rd time. When the HD remake came out, we never bothered finishing it out. I have played through 2 full playthroughs on the channel though before already. So the fact that we didn't, I guess, isn't too big a deal. Because that'd be the 3rd time we'd played through it on the channel. But yeah, we could probably finish it in an entire weekend. And she's been streaming it for almost a year, and I don't think she's done yet. But she only streams it for 1 day, and normally only gets like a few battles done every stream. Because she's normally talking the entire time. Yeah, she talks about a lot of things. Almost none of it's Gems of War. Because she'll go like tangent into like a billion things. Like I get off topic sometimes, but she just talks about everything. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because it's entertaining. But if you're like looking for Gems of War content or whatever she's currently doing, she normally gets distracted by other things very quickly. Oh, why a mana drain? Why you gotta do that to us? Let's throw that down then. Oh wait, has she canceled her Wednesday streams now? Oh no. I didn't realize that. Alright, we're done with the event now. Also, let's go open that shiny Volkey. What do we have? What do we have? Come on, blue, blue. Ooh, well, at least we got a purple. Not too bad. It's worth about 135 gems. Worth of keys. 15 seal keys. Okay, next thing. Let's go open the Volkey and see what we got. Because, as I mentioned, all Vault keys beyond 200 will start opening now. So let's go see what we get. And of course, it's doing it on normal difficulty, because doing it on a higher difficulty currently has no effect on loot. So that might change in the future, which is why we're hoarding so many Vault keys. Oh yeah, what do we have? We got ourselves a useless Valraven. So nothing good. We just basically got an event key from the entire key. Nothing special. So 6,500 gold, an event key, and a useless troop. Eventually we will get the Mechanome, which I still don't have. It's the only thing I'm missing. Mechanome drop already. Main reason for that is since I've started hoarding keys, he ended up coming out in that time. So I've opened almost no keys since he's existed. However, that Valraven could have been a Mechanome drop, but unfortunately was not. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Finish all the events then. Got that done, got that done, got that done. Got more seal thingies than we know what to do with. I'll be throwing about 10,000 of them this Friday to go get the new troops, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, so does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll probably start wrapping up soon. Maybe just get a few pokes of some Dervish EXP over here. Oh, did I never give out a code? Let me go do that. My bad. Good old squirrel. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Where is it? Who knows? Maybe I was strategically not trying to give out a code this stream because we're so low. Let's see. Where is this thing hidden? So we gave out the H1 yesterday, right? I have two different H1s. Which one was it? I think it was the higher H. So the lower H should be good. Just in case, let me check both. Yep, I know for sure I used that one. Just wanted to double check. How about this one? This lower H I believe we haven't used. Nope, I used that one too. Okay, apparently we're at the one after the H. This one I'm like 100% sure we haven't used then. Yep, because we haven't used a T one yet lately. Here you guys go. Here's the code. Used on gemsawar.com with the game code section. Your invite code is found underneath your settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chats. But there you guys go. Just copy and paste the random numbers and letters, starting with TG89 and all those. And it's of course unusable on PC mobile version. Right, there you guys go. It gives the same thing as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Basically a better drop than what we just got from that vault key. Pretty much. I actually personally value 1 gem key higher than 1 event key. To most people, 1 event key is actually worth more. And it theoretically is in the fact that it's gem value. However, I have so many event keys that I really do not need more. We just threw some down, so I think we finally have under 7,000. But I currently have 6,910 event keys. And the main reason for that is I was able to stock up quite a bit in the past. But I would quite literally actually make a 1-to-1 trade of event keys to gem keys. Which, actually, we finally got over 1,000 gem keys again. We'll see how much we end up using on this next mythic. We do have a new mythic coming out this Friday, so that gem keys are obviously going to be going right back down once that ends up getting released. But we'll just have to wait and see how many we go through. Hopefully it's not too many. But you never know sometimes. We could go through all of them. We could go through 100. Still have over 1,000. Just have to wait and see. We'll find out soon. But if anyone has any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll probably just call it a night then. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be back with Gems of War. We got a new pet tomorrow, too. Mists of Scales bonus. Though the more relevant thing is it brings Mists of Scales to 19 stars if you're way later in the game and are capable of doing that. This is rather relevant because that is max tribute bonus, or at least what is currently max tribute bonus for the kingdom, to increase the chance that you'll end up getting even more gems per hour. Also, we'll be playing through some more Bug Fables tonight, tomorrow. I'll probably start around noonish or so, maybe a little bit earlier. But I'm probably going to do some side quests maybe tonight off stream, just to get some of that done. So we'll have enough berries and currency in the game just to go and go through without needing to like grind at all. So we don't have to worry about that as we're going through the storyline. Probably get a chapter or 2 done. I want to try finishing out the entire game if we can before Friday, because a new game that I actually want to play is coming out this Friday, and it is what is it called? Clubhouse 51 Worldwide Classics. Nintendo's releasing. and it's gonna be kind of fun games to mess around with, play around with people on stream as well as random people online, and quite a few board games in it that I actually do want to play that I haven't played for like ages. Chess, checkers, Connect 4, that one with the little beads that you move around. I always keep forgetting its name. Quite a few other fun ones. Also has a version of Wii Bowling on it. Though I heard it's not as good as Wii Bowling. Let's see. We'll take that down for now. There's quite a few card games as well, among other things. Is my Switch friends list full? No. Not even close. Mostly because I'm trying to make sure I don't over-add people. Actually, I need to go probably clear through it soon. Just because I have so many random people added for Animal Crossing. So many random people from Animal Crossing. Yeah, Mancala. It's funny that I keep forgetting its name. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite games that's even in this collection. Big fan of the game. Sure, Define. I think my thing is in chat right now, if you want to go add me. Let me see. I'm going to go copy paste that. I don't think I have it in chat, actually. Just so I wouldn't get randomly added. But here's my Switch code thingy. There we go. But if anyone else is getting the game, let me know. Because I definitely want to try to get in on people on stream. I know a few people that will be joining in if they happen to stop by. But, yeah, try to get as many people as we can. Though I heard there's not as too many that you can end up doing with 4 people. I think there's only about a dozen or so, even though there's like 51 games in the thing. The amount that you can actually do with 4 people is a little bit lower. But the amount that you can do with 2 people is really, really high. For one-on-ones. It's also going to be my new exercising game, because there's a version of Uno on it. It's called Last Card, but it's basically just Uno. They obviously couldn't call it Uno because it's copyrighted. I say exercising games because I like having something while I'm on the treadmill. It's actually a perfect game for that. But yeah, we'll be streaming a lot this weekend. We'll stream it after the Gems of War stream Friday morning. Or by the time we stream it, it's going to be like Friday afternoon and even later than that. But we'll do it on Friday, later in the day. And we'll do it most of Saturday morning into throughout the day. And I'm not sure if I'll do it on Sunday, but I might be doing it on Sunday as well. But anyways, guys, I think for now we're going to be calling it a wrap. Get some more dervish later. Probably get to about 100 by the end of the week or so. And yeah, my ideal plan is to have every hero class in the game maxed out by next Vault event weekend. I think is going to be our goal, because I want to try to do it before next patch comes out, in case there's something in next patch that we need to grind. I still don't know if there will be, but assuming that's a 0.0 patch, there's a good chance it could. Though every 0.0 patch didn't necessarily add something to grind. However, 4.0 did. So who knows, maybe 5.0 will. But anyways, guys, as I mentioned, we'll be back tomorrow, about an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every night. We'll be doing bug fables throughout the day, and yeah, we'll go from there. And of course, we're getting a new pet tomorrow for Mrs. Scales, which brings up Mrs. Scales to 19 stars, and it'll be for a Mrs. Scales bonus. So we got that coming in. And it's a cute little Vinoxia, which I'm actually probably going to use as a pet because it's adorable. And we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you all so much for watching.